Hey, good evening. I'm Jimmy, your astute tourist. Welcome to Hump Day. That camel is, that's the sign that it is Hump Day. Good evening to everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. It is Wednesday, February 22nd. It is 6 p.m. in the evening, and I appreciate everybody coming in. We got a pretty good show for you guys today. We're going to do some announcements from Carnival Cruise Lines, and then we got some cruise news coming up a little bit later. We'll share some screens and anything else that you guys want to see. If you let me know what you want to see in the chat. I'm going to share out the link as I do on every live. If anybody wants to come up, let me know, and we will have you guys in the panel. I'll see you down in the green room. We'll invite you guys up, but let's get to the chat. Let's do that right away. So I want to say hey to Eddie Lugo. Eddie Lugo Studios is in. Yo, Brooklyn is in the house, y'all. Hi, Eddie. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I hope you're feeling better. I know you had a procedure done earlier, so I hope things are going good for you. And Shirley, my good friend Shirley Anstey from Newfoundland is here. She is sending out glitter bombs to everybody. James Catneys is here. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And the Josh and Chastity are here from Moonlight Adventures. Thank you for dropping by, you guys. I appreciate it. Let's see. Eddie is saying hi to James and Josh. Ocean to Ocean is here. How are you, my friends? Thank you for coming in. Ocean to Ocean Travel. Good to see you guys. And Josh is saying yo to Eddie Lugo. Najuma Brown is with us tonight. Good morning. I'm so used to doing mornings. Hey, good evening, Najuma. How are you, my friend? I'm glad you could come in. Salsa Cubana. Yes, sir. Hola to Najuma. Eddie's saying hi to Bruce. Mo Bang for Yo Bucks is in. Good evening, my friend. Thanks for dropping by. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. We got some. Let's see. Am I missing anybody yet? Tim, and James. Everybody is saying hi. Eddie is saying yes. Thanks. No pain right now. Feeling good, and that's awesome. Good to be feeling good. So it is Wednesday. It's our Hump Day Live with yours truly, Jimmy, your astute tourist. Like I said, we're going to do this every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Normally we're up at Monday, Tuesday at 6 a.m., Thursday at 6 a.m., and Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m. And then Saturday we'll try to come up and either do a pop-up, or I try to do it around 10 o'clock, but I don't want to step on any of our other content creator friends. Step on their, let me throw this behind me here. It's kind of in the way. I don't want to get in there, step on their toes. So I try to play it by ear to see who's coming up on a Saturday. And depending on what my schedule's like. So, Michigan Carol is here. How are you, my friend? Thanks for dropping by. I did post the link. I'll do it again if anybody, feels so inclined. Come on up. Of course, you don't have to. But I always want to throw that out there. So anybody wants to come up in the panel, please let me know. So I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Like I said, it is Hump Day. How's the weather where you're at? Today it's been somewhat overcast. This morning we had crazy crashes on the interstate on my way to work. We had solar glare and the roads were icy. There was a big pileup on the interstate in the town of Salem, which is just south of me. It made for a hectic ride into work. I do take the interstate, and I was lucky. My department didn't have to go out. We were very lucky, but there was some busy firefighters in the area. And then tonight, it's going to get colder, and we're supposed to be getting 4 to 6 inches tonight into tomorrow, which will make my morning commute a little rough. But hopefully the weather where you're at is not going to be so nasty. I hope you guys hope you are having a warm day where you're at. I know it's been we've had a lot of warm weather throughout the country, and it's been pretty good. It's been a mild winter, I have to be honest. So I hope you guys are having a mild winter where you're at, or it's nice and sunny. You got palm trees and maybe some warm air where you're at. But everybody's saying hi to everybody. Hefty's in the house. Sean Heffernan's here. Hey, Sean, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Baker is in the house. Greetings. All in the chat. Warm and windy here in Kentucky, which is good. I don't know about windy, but warm is good. Eddie's saying, once I get home after picking up Alice at the hospital, I'll get in if you still here, Jimmy. Okay. All right, buddy. We're going to be here probably till about 7 o'clock or however long it takes. I mean, it's the evening, so not a big deal. We can stay shorter or later. It doesn't really matter. So James is saying in Pennsylvania you had ice and rain, and we're supposed to be getting this weird, crazy mix of stuff. First, we're going to get 6 inches plus probably, and then who knows. Eddie's saying it's 70 in Atlanta. Yeah, I wish I was there with you. I'll take the 70. John and Nancy from J&N Travels is here with us. Good evening to you guys. Kids sent me pictures of more snow. I'm having warm weather. Fantastic. And I mean, that's the reason why you guys are doing the snowbird thing, right? Heading down south where it's warm in palm trees. I saw some pictures where you guys met up with Sherry and had some good times down there, and that looks like a lot of fun. I'm hoping to, when we get down there, is to get down to maybe Disney Springs and have some lunch. We were talking about that the other day. I really like Raglan Road. That's the Irish pub there, and that's a lot of fun. And of course, I have to take my Irish lassie there, Colleen. So I think we're going to go there for get some lunch when we go down at the end of March. Victoria is here. How are you, my friend? Hope Bus. She's saying, hey, Jimmy. And everyone's saying, hi, Vicky. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I hope all is well with you in the Great White North. I hope the bus is coming along well. I appreciate that for you coming in tonight. So, all right. So let's see if we can get to some of this stuff we were talking about. So, what should we do first? Let's do. You guys like tequila? Who likes tequila? I know I do. I like tequila. How about this one? Carnival Cruise Line. They're going to offer up a line of Santo tequila on every ship. This was announced today. So Carnival Cruise Lines announced that it will now offer celebrity chef Guy Fieri and Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Sammy Hagar's Santo Tequila options on board its ships. When Sammy Hagar and I partnered up to bring our real deal 100% blue Weber Agave Santo to the tequila-loving masses, we worked hard to make it available coast to coast, said Fieri. But something just seemed to be missing. Santo is Santo at sea. So we joined forces with longtime partners at Carnival Cruise Line to bring our old world style Blanco Reposado tequilas to every ship in the fleet. Stop by any Carnival bar or my Pig and Anchor Smokehouse Brew House to check it out. The new offer comes just in time for National Margarita Day on February 22nd, which is today. I didn't know today was National Margarita Day. Did you guys? Is that true? I had no idea. Well, you know what I'm doing after the live? I don't have a bartender here. I'd have one while we were doing the live. But Baker says no tequila. But let's see. National Margarita Day, guests aboard all Carnival ships can now enjoy Santo Blanco tequila in the oak aged Santo Reposado tequila. That sounds good, the oak age. At every bar on every ship. Additionally, travelers can enjoy Guy Fieri's Caliente Margarita, made with the Santo Blanca tequila, triple sec, cilantro, jalapeno, lemonade, and lime at Guy's Pig and Anchor Smokehouse Brewhouse. Santa Tequila is an addition to Guy's popular dining options on Carnival ships, such as Guy's Burgers, featured on all Carnival 24 ships since 2011. Select ships at the Carnival fleet also offer the Pig and Anchor Barbecue Smokehouse favorites and sides, as well as craft beer served at the Pig and Anchor Smokehouse Brewhouse. And there you have it. So that's the new offering, new for this year. If you guys like tequila, and I do, I especially like it in a margarita. But if that's what you like, and you're, especially for those who are going on the group cruise coming up, they're going on the group cruise coming up in March. I guess you'll be able to check that out. You guys will have to let me know how it is, because I won't be able to try it, at least on the cruise ship, until October when I go on the booze cruise. And without further ado, here's my good brother, Mr. Fordman, a.k.a. Kenneth Oakes, is in the house. How you feeling, Kenny?
I feel pretty good now compared to what I was feeling last night.
I know you were. Go ahead.
Last night.
Yeah, I knew you had a headache and stuff going on, or?
Yeah, I had a headache and I felt like nauseated and felt like I was going to throw up, but thankfully I didn't throw up. But
well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Just a 24-hour bug type thing or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, that happens.
From about 1 o'clock in the morning till about 10 o'clock this morning, I want to say.
Oh, wow. Well, I saw you doing, I haven't watched the whole thing yet. I caught it quick when I was at work, but your review of the Pringles chips. So you didn't do that today, did you? Was that like yesterday or something, or?
Yesterday, yeah. I just uploaded the video today because the internet here at this rehab facility is absolutely terrible.
It's terrible. I remember when you were there the other day when you and Dad were eating the Kentucky Fried Chicken and the signal wasn't very good.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. Eddie says every day is coffee day for him, which, right, I'm with you. Warm Strong Adventures. Eddie's saying hi to Bill. Victoria Party Boy Jimmy. Not like I used to be, but I still like a little bit of alcohol now and then. We've had these talks. I like my whiskey, but tequila's good. Usually on Friday nights, Colleen and I will go to the local Mexican establishment here close to us, and we'll have a couple margaritas and some food.
Yes, I agree.
You like Mexican, Kenny?
Oh, I love Mexican. I love Mexican, Japanese, Chinese, Italian. I like just about any kind of food out there that don't bite me first.
Excellent. Well, what happened? We lost Kenny. Kenny, come on back. He's got that crappy signal there. Sea Legs Journey's here. Hi, how are you guys? Chet and Robin. Let's see. Who else do we have that I miss? Everybody's saying hi to Kenny. Danny D is here. Hi, Danny. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I'm so excited for Kickin' It Country to go on the vacation. They're so deserving. Absolutely. And James and Cindy will be there as well, along with many others. Hey, my good friend, my brother, David Allen, is in the house. Hi, David. He's coming from to us live from the Florida, I believe the Keys. Is that right, Dave? Margaritaville? think that's in down in Key West area. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but that's awesome. I'm good to see you guys. I was watched some of the pictures. I know you had to repair. You had a water leak in the RV, and it looks like you guys got that all squared away. I'm still trying to catch up here with the Kenny's back. Still trying to catch up in the chat.
I accidentally knocked myself off the screen. Sorry,
I saw that. I thought I did it. I was clicking all the comments, and then you were gone. I'm like, did I just do that? If you buy Kentucky Fried Chicken,
okay.
If you buy Kentucky Fried Chicken in Florida, is it still Kentucky Fried Chicken? I don't know. Maybe it's Florida Southern Fried Chicken. I don't know. Anything that slaps his brain, he likes. Right, Kenny?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
And let me tell you, the chips that they would definitely make your tongue slap your brain.
Eddie, thank you for driving and listening. Just remember, 2 hands on the wheel, okay? But I'm glad that you're bringing us with us on the ride. Danny says, hope Scott and Amber from Kicking It Country are going on the cruise with James, and they are. From what I understand, they are, right, Kenny?
Yes, they were going. James Catney's and his wife Cindy are going. Troy S., Meg, Fantastic Cruising, Matt and Kimbra. Trying to think who else. There's a bunch more going.
Sounds like a great group, though.
No, I'm not sure if Spiker's Crazy Adventures is going and Us and More are going or not.
Okay.
Us and More, which is Heather and Dwight. I don't know if they're on that cruise, but I know there's several of them. Several of them that's going on that cruise. But
I'm sorry, I'm going to miss that one. Dave says
D and J from Pero DJ.
Oh, okay. Right on. Yeah, that sounds like a good group. Like I said, I'm sorry I'm going to miss it. You guys will probably be coming back at some point when I'm down there. I'll be there, but in Florida, I mean, but clearly not on the cruise. So Dave says the Margaritaville is halfway between Orlando and Tampa. Okay. I saw the pictures, though. It looks like a great place. I'm going to put that on the list, and Colleen and I may bring the RV down that way. Adventures of Traveling Mike is here. He says, I guess the real question is not it being considered Kentucky, but is it still chicken? That's a good question. Tastes like chicken, but so does a lot of stuff. So everyone's saying hi to Mike. And Vicky's saying, sounds like a party. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to miss it. But if anybody, there's still room on the booze cruise in October. If anybody's looking for a cruise in the fall, come on along. We did a Zoom call on Sunday with some of the folks that are going. And I think we have 51 different, I don't know if it's people or different 51 content creators. It's probably people. But we're all going to meet up in New Orleans. Some of us are going to go down on Friday before. Cruise leaves on a Sunday. Some will be coming in on Saturday. So it should be a good weekend prior. And then, of course, 7 nights on the Carnival Glory. And that'll be a lot of fun. So if you guys are looking for something to do in the fall, maybe you want to do that with us. So Carnival, if you haven't heard, and everyone's probably heard about it by now, but Carnival has come out with some new restrictions, some new safety guidelines that they want to let everybody know about. So I figured we would let you hear it from the president herself. Let's see. Let's do this. See if I can get this to. I guess if we full screen it like that, there we go. So we'll let you guys hear it from the president herself. If you haven't heard this, let's watch this.
Hi, I'm Christine Duffy, president of Carnival Cruise Line, with an important message
Not
for
sure why
our
we can't hear it.
guests. We've all seen the news coverage and social media posts of people behaving badly. It's happening in stores,
Can
restaurants,
you guys hear that okay?
at sporting events, in schools, on airplanes, in theme
I hear it good.
Can you hear it okay? Okay, I'll keep it going.
parks, and yes, on cruise ships too. As the cruise line that sails more children and families than any other, I want to share with you the steps that we have taken to ensure that our guests have a safe, fun, and great vacation on board. My colleagues and I have been reviewing and updating security procedures, providing additional training to our crew, and enhancing guest communications to support the behaviors we expect on our ships. All of our ships have had more security personnel added, and we've introduced narcotic sniffing dogs at home ports to screen luggage on both a routine and random basis. So our guests shouldn't be surprised if they even see dogs come on board at both our home ports and destination outports to make random searches. Illegal drugs, including marijuana, on cruise ships and in cruise terminals is prohibited. And in case there's any confusion, let me remind guests that while marijuana and cannabis products may be legal in some states, we are required to follow federal law, irrespective of the law in the state where you may be boarding your ship. For guests using medical marijuana, you should consult with your physician about an alternative therapy during your cruise, as marijuana, as I said, is prohibited and will be confiscated. All guests must now acknowledge and commit to our code of conduct during the check-in process. So whether it's smoking, illegal substances, or disruptive behavior, there are consequences in place for those who do not comply, including fines, being confined to your cabin, or being removed from the ship and banned from sailing in the future. We've also implemented a youth curfew, and I've even called in the big guy. And by that, I mean our Chief Fun Officer, Shaq O'Neill, to help us get the message out. In addition to the new signage that we've put in the terminals and on the ship, you'll see a series of video messages from Shaq on your stateroom TVs, reminding guests of our policies and our collective responsibility to have fun and be safe. Details on all safety and security policies are included in our ticket contract, which you should review prior to booking. We know how to show our guests a great cruise experience, and our ships are full of fun-loving guests. That's why we're so successful and why guests keep coming back. So please help us make sure your Carnival vacation is safe, fun, and memorable by respecting each other, our crew, and the ocean. Now, with all that said, let the fun begin. Thank you for your support.
Let the fun begin, everybody. Yeah, so there you go. That's their new PSA. I want to thank Cruise Hive for providing that video. If you hadn't seen it yet, there you go. I guess they had to come out and tell us everything that we already knew anyway. I haven't seen any fighting on any of the cruises I've been on. Has anybody experienced any big fights or anything?
I hadn't experienced any big fights when I went on my Carnival Horizon back in October. Now, it might have happened before I got on that ship before in the past, but I hadn't heard or seen any big fights while I was on the ship.
I did hear of one somewhere, I think off of maybe the coast of Texas, where the Coast Guard actually had to escort them in because there was quite a brawl. They had to cancel the cruise and bring everybody back. I'm not sure about that, but I don't know. I haven't seen any fights on it. I did see one person get removed by the police in one of the ports we were in. So I don't know if they got caught with drugs on board or if they were just unruly or it was somebody with maybe, already had a record or not. I don't know, but pretty much the ones I've been on, I've seen people in good shape, but, few overserved people, but what the hell, you're not driving, right? As long as you're happy and you're not causing any problems. Vicky says the last booze cruise she went on was in Cancun, just a day party boat, and all the ladies swim tops. All the ladies swim tops ended up along the mast. Oh my. Sorry, I missed that one. The booze cruise in October is Halloween, so it's booze, B-O-O-S. And not booze as in drink, but booze as in ghosts. But there will be booze, I'm sure. Other boats passing by were like, damn, we are on the wrong boat, right? Yeah, no weed. Suppose if you're in Jamaica and you can weed up before when you get off and before you get back on the ship, you're probably good. Vicky says she's out. Let's see. Have a good one, Mike. Thanks for coming in. Let's see.
Hope you get a little better, Mike.
Nancy has a 35-year-old bottle of tequila. Too bad she didn't bring it with us. Do you want me to stop over the house before I come down? I'll grab it. 35-year-old. Damn, that's old. Fordman is in the house trying to show some support. Thank you, brother. Of course, appreciate it. Vicky almost spit out her tea. Sorry, but I'm glad I can offer a little comic relief. That's the idea, right?
When you eat something to make your tongue slap your brain.
That's right, Kenny. John saying hi to you, Kenny. So yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any fights. I know there have been. I've heard news about them. Honestly, I mean, I've only been on a couple cruises, but for the most part, everybody's in great moods. I mean, what the heck? You're on vacation. You're there to have fun. Check your attitude at the door before you get on board. And like the president said, let the fun begin, because that's what it's all about. Regardless of what cruise line you're on, aren't we there to have fun? That's the whole idea. I want to meet people. I want to see some cool places, and I just want to have a great time. Hey, Eric is here. Eric B is in the house. Good evening. Backlash Fisherman Matt.
That cruise food that's on that ship, it'll definitely make your tongue slap your brain.
Told you, I'm going to make that T-shirt, Kenny. So what do you guys think about this? I'm going to make a T-shirt, and we're going to have a caricature or like a cartoon of Kenny on it. And I'm going to have the top of his skull is going to open up so his brain's exposed, and his tongue's going to be coming out slapping his brain. I think that would be fun. How many days?
I don't know if you've seen the KKP T-shirts or not, the one that Kicking It Queen has made.
I haven't.
She's got a Fordman on. I think it's Fordman on the front of it, and then it's got like a gear. It's got like gears and wrenches and stuff on it, and then on the back, it's got a face. It's got like a tongue. And it says it'll make your tongue slap your brain.
Oh, well, I want to see that. Right, Vicky? I have the same, right? I have the same vision of Ren and Stimpy. Kenny, do you know Ren and Stimpy?
No.
You may be a little too young for that. That was a cartoon that was on, I think, in the 90s, the early 90s. And it's just an outlandish, crazy cartoon. A cat and a dog. What is it? He's a cat and an asthma hound chihuahua. I don't know why I remember that, but my cruise is going to be 7 nights. And I think James and Cindy.
They're gone.
Yeah, how long is?
They're going to be gone. Their cruise is gone from the 12th through the 19th.
Okay, so pretty much the same thing then. Cool.
But they'll be going down the night before. So
yeah, and I think James and Cindy are leaving on the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And James can correct me because he's right here in the chat, but I believe he is leaving on the 8th. He was getting the car ready to go. I'm old, huh, David? Yeah, I'm pretty old. Not as old as you, though, brother. But I'm catching up. So, 18 days. But who's counting, right, James? 18 days, but who's counting? All right, so let's do. Go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, you'll have a good time on that cruise. I guarantee it, James.
Yeah.
Soak up every minute of it, James. And the same goes for you, Kicking It Country, Kicking It Queen, Amber and Scott.
Right, Victoria? Open skull, brain exposed, big tongue. Slap your brain. I'm leaving on March 8th. Okay, that's what I thought. So, all right, let's do. You guys want to do a little more cruise news? Let's do a little bit more. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, so this is MSC Cruise Lines. They are, let's see, so it is MSC, yep, cruise. One of the world's largest cruise lines unveiled a new $13,200 116-day cruise around the world in 2025. See what it'll be like. So let's see. One of the world's largest cruise lines introduces that. The MSC Magnifica will sail to 50 destinations in 21 countries over 116 nights and 57 days at sea. Extended and around-the-world cruises have been popular with travelers lately. Has anybody got 13 grand you want to drop on a half a year of cruising or a quarter of a year of cruising? If you're dreaming of living at sea, you could have a chance to trial this in 2025. MSC Cruise Lines announced it, and they're going to be their itinerary sails across 3 oceans. Has anybody sailed MSC Cruise Lines? I know some of our friends have. The ships look wonderful. I've never actually done it, but it won't be nearly as expensive as Silver Sea Cruises, Vikings, or Azamara's global itinerary. Instead, their upcoming world cruise will start at $13,200 per person. That's about $114 per person per night. So really, I mean, if you want to go for that long, I guess that's not too bad. That's normal price of like a hotel without any food. So sounds like a pretty good deal. Let's see. The Magnifica and its globe-trotting passengers will travel to 50 destinations across 21 countries. Throughout the journey, the ship will stop in 22 destinations that have never been on their world cruise itinerary before, while making 7 overnight stays in destinations like Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Valparaiso, Chile. I hope I'm doing okay pronouncing that, too. Travelers have the option to begin their journey from one of 4 ports: Rome, Genoa, Italy, Marseille, or Barcelona, from January 4th through the 7th, depending on the city. From there, the Magnifica will sail to Morocco and Cape Verde, before crossing the Atlantic Ocean to spend 10 days in South America. Here, stops include the overnight stay in Rio de Janeiro and a visit to, Argentina, the southernmost town in South America. Then travelers will sail to the South Pacific for nearly 2 weeks of tropical island hopping. That sounds like a good time. Hitting getaways like Moorea, French Polynesia, and the recognizable Easter Island, Chile. Easter Island, that's where those big statues are, right? Those big-headed statues. From there, after 5 days of nonstop sailing, the ship will begin its 8-day New Zealand and 19-day Australia leg. So you can get on that cruise and you can stop over and visit Radio Jonesy and Sean and Ilana. Visit them. After stopping in cities like Auckland, New Zealand, and Adelaide, Australia, the Magnifica will then sail up to Asia with stops in hotspots like Singapore and, how do you say that? Phuket, Thailand? Again, I'm not very good at pronouncing some of these exotic places. Before you'll be spending 7 days crossing the Indian Ocean to see historical destinations like Aqaba, Jordan, Luxor, Egypt, and the Suez Canal. Oh, these are all places I'd love to see. After 3 months at sea, the ship will finally sail back to Italy for 4 additional stops before the 116-night cruise concludes. By the end of this exhaustive long-haul trip, the vessel and its passengers will have traveled over 30,000 nautical miles. Crossing 3 oceans will inevitably lead to a total of 57 days at sea with no ports of call. Luckily, the 964-foot-long ship has amenities that could entertain travelers of any age, including a bowling alley, mini golf, an outdoor pool to accompany the indoor pool with a retractable roof, 4D theater with a 1,200-seat theater. To feed up to 3,013 guests, the ship has 5 restaurants as well as 12 bars and lounges. Let's just hope travelers won't be bored of this food after 3 months of sailing. Cruise goers have been flocking to extended sails over the last few years. Has anybody done an extended sail? I haven't. The longest I've been on, I think, is 7 days. Global months-long cruises have been selling out or selling fast, according to cruise lines. And travelers who are committed to life at sea are now quickly buying up homes on an upcoming residential cruise ship that will circumnavigate the globe indefinitely. And I've heard that. That's kind of a big thing. So there you have it there. That's MSC Cruise Line. So who knows? Maybe that's something you'd want to do if you can afford that. Or you're looking to do some cruises over 118 days at sea, or at least 57. Let's see. Cat dog, Alone in the World with a little cat dog, LOL. Watch that with the kid, right? I remember Cat Dog. I used to watch that with my kids too. Kenny says, interesting. Hey, cruising scene, how are you? All I hear is sun and water, sun and water. I'm with you, my friend.
Hey, cruising scene.
I'd be eating in the sun, sleeping in the sun, dancing in the sun. I can do indoor attractions in the winter. Shit, I wouldn't even need a room. Sleep right up on deck. I'm with you. I'm all about that. I'm all about it for sure. Is anybody, what's the longest you've been on a cruise? Kenny, how long was yours, the one you went on?
Mine was from the 15th until the 23rd.
Okay. So that's 5, 6, 7 days, 8 days. So that's pretty good. That's a good length that's like a, regular week away. How about anybody else? Has anybody done any 10 days or longer cruises?
I know that one in 2025 that Helping Hands for Cruising and the Down Under Cruisers are putting on in Sydney, Australia. It's a 14-day cruise.
I was actually looking at that this morning. It leaves January 2nd, and then it sails to the South Pacific and several of the islands there.
And
Looks like a great trip.
If you're in the States and you're interested in going to Australia, get a hold of Destinations Delight at destinationsdelight96@gmail.com, and she will book. She can book. She's a TA, which that stands for travel agent, and she can book your flights and your hotel stay while you're there, and you can get cheaper rates. You can get cheaper price. If you get it booked through her. Whereas if you did it through Australia, it costs you a whole lot more than it would if you booked it through someone in the States.
So there you go. Destination Delights. Crystal, get a hold of her.
At gmail.com. Email.
What is it? Destination Delights at gmail.com?
Destinations Delight 96 at gmail.com. 96.
Oh, that's right. I was watching them this morning, and Sean kept saying 69, and she's like, not 69.
Yeah.
96. So
I mean, I love to go on that cruise, but my finances says no way.
Yeah, I hear you. And honestly, I was looking at it, and so the position I'm in at work, I don't think I can get away for over 14 days. I mean, because the cruise is 14 days, I'd have to be away for a lot longer than that. I just don't think I can do that. It'd be tough. I mean, my position, unless I can find a way to retire between now and then, which would be nice, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So, hey, if you haven't hit that like button yet, go ahead and throw up a like for us. Share out the stream, and if you're not a subscriber of our channel, I'd appreciate it. We'd love to have you on board as part of the team, the astute team here. We would love that. So thank you guys. Go ahead and throw a thumb up for me. So
yeah,
Victoria says, "Go ahead, Kenny."
I threw a thumb up for you on both channels, using both of my channels.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that.
And shared you out on both of my YouTube channel community tabs. So,
Victoria says, you and your wife are definitely one couple I cannot wait to meet one day, Jimmy. And same goes for us to you as well. I'd love to meet you and your husband. And we talked about that. Once you get that big, beautiful bus on the road, we're going to have to make plans to meet up somewhere, and we'll do some camping together. It sounds like a lot of fun. James says, yeah, no way for him and Cindy. 1,800 for me and Cindy. And I don't think that includes like airfare and all that, because part of the deal is spending New Year's Eve in Sydney to watch the fireworks. So, and then on January 2nd is when the sailing begins. So it'll be a lot, but who knows? You never know what's going to happen, at least for us in 2 years. So, but it may be cheaper and easier for me to take my big RV on the road for a shorter stay and see some places we haven't seen before. Although, honestly, South Pacific is one place that I dream of going, but who knows? So Turning myself off now, going to relax with the hubby. Have a happy, relaxing evening, everyone. See you for coffee soon, Jimmy. See me tomorrow morning if you'd like. We're up at 6 a.m. Thursday morning. That'll be our last morning one for the week. But thank you, Victoria. I appreciate it. Love you guys. And thanks for dropping by. And James is saying the 1,800 is just the deposit, right? And I can understand. I mean, it's going to be a big ticket item on that.
Have a good one, Hope Bus and Baker.
Bye, Baker. Hey, Baker, you got to drop your link for me, or somebody drop his link, because I can't find your channel. So I need your link before you go, or send me an email at theastutotourist@gmail.com. Send me your link, because I want to head over to you, and every time I look for you, I can't find it. It's funny how YouTube is like that. You just can't seem to find certain channels. James says, I have another cruise plans for December 24 and 25. Where are you going, James? Let us know where you're going on that one. That's, who knows, maybe I can join you in that. All right, so let's see. Thank you, Kenny. Cruising scene. I'm with you, Jimmy. That would be a great trip, but my husband getting time off and finances are hard. You never know what might happen, though. We enjoyed our last cruise with them. I bet you did. I wish I could have gone on that one, too. Money's an issue, and my schedule. So, you know, my position on the fire department, especially being in a command role, it's hard for me to get away for more than a week at a time. We really have to make some provisions in order for that to happen for me. But like you said, you never know. Like I said, who knows? I could be retired by then. Like I said, that would be real nice. I've been playing Powerball and Mega Millions. Who knows? Maybe I'll be the next mega millionaire. Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't that, Kenny? I'll take you and Papa. We'll go together on a cruise.
See, my dad, he's not much on.
Depends if it's around the lake, I can go.
I'll take you wherever you want to go, Dad. Wherever you want to go, that'll be my birthday present to you. If I win the lottery. Hey, Destination Fun, thanks for dropping in. Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, you're buried in YouTube, and I don't know how to send a link. Sorry. Nope, Kenny just put the link in the chat, so I'll go back during the replay, and I'll head over to your channel. I can eat some sausage links, though. I would you to visit. Thank you. All right, buddy.
Have a good one, Baker.
Thank you, brother. Anyway, yeah, so what do you think? Should we do any more cruise news, Kenny?
That, with the way we're saying that sounds like, you know how the truckers do, breaker.
Breaker. Instead of Baker? You're right. What was that movie? There was a movie when I was a kid. What the heck was it? There was a movie about truckers and breaker.
Was it Convoy?
Yeah, Convoy. That's it, Kenny. You know, Convoy.
Yep.
All right, David. Thank you for coming in. And no cheating. You got to let Elaine win. Remember that. No cheating at golf. You let her win.
Have a good one, Dave Allen.
Thanks for coming in, brother. Yeah, Convoy. There was a song too. This here's the rubber ducky. You got your ears on? I just remember that. Yeah, there you go, James. Right, Convoy. Can someone share Baker link? So it's in there. Look up in the chat. Kenny put it up a few. Yeah, throw it in there again, Kenny. Because I want to definitely check out his channel. And
there was also that other trucking show called Moving On. with
I don't
Chad
know if I
Atkins.
know that. I don't know if I know that one.
What was it? No, no, it wasn't Chad Atkins. It was something Atkins. They'd always play that. They'd always play a song, "Big Wheels Turning, Big Wheels Turning, moving
That's
on."
right. Oh, John and Nancy, yeah, you got to let me know where you hid the key. I'll go get that bottle of tequila.
That reminds me of that song too.
Which song?
An oldie song. An oldie song is a musical called Tequila.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Right? That's the
Yeah.
Pee-wee, the big shoe dance. Do you know Pee-wee? James wants you to sing it, Kenny. Oh, you're gonna get me snorting again, Kenny. Cut it out. See? Quit it. Oh, moving on. All right, so let's do one more. What do I have here for cruise news? I got 2 articles we can do, but we'll do one. So we can either do U.S. News announces the 2023 best cruise lines, or we can do, what is this one? Forgot all about it now. Oh, you can see the biggest new cruise ships. Let's do that. Want to see the biggest new cruise ships? How many have they done? Is it 10 of them maybe? 8 or 10 of them. Let's do that anyway. Let's look at those. Right, James? Kenny gets me laughing, and then it's uncontrolled. I start snorting and laughing and peeing my pants and. All right, so here we are. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you. All right, so let's take a look at the 8 biggest new cruise ships set to make their debut this year. Look at that one. There's the Icon of the Seas. That's Royal Caribbean. Just look at the size of that. My goodness. Is anybody scheduled to go on that one? Because I would like to. Some 19 cruises are expected to debut. 8 of these cruises have a gross tonnage of over 100,000 tons. Royal Caribbean's 1.1 billion cruise. The Icon of the Seas is the largest. So let's go. We're going to count down 8 ships. So number 8, counting down from 8 to 1, is the Virgin Brilliant Lady. And there she is. The Brilliant Lady is expected in the 4th quarter of 2023. So this winter, 110,000 gross tons. Cost $795 million, and its capacity is just under 3,000 passengers. Brilliant Lady is one of the 2 cruise ships Virgin is debuting this year. It's designed with 17 decks, 20 eateries on board. Some 1,160 crew members are expected to work on board. So that's pretty good. The ship is based out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Number 7. Virgin's got 2 in the top 8. Virgin Resilient Lady. And that is in the 1st quarter. So that's probably they've either done it or they're going to. Some time between now and April. Another 110,000 gross tons. Just over $700 million with the same amount of guests. 17 decks. Some of the amenities include a spa and fitness facility, 22 dining options. Cruise plans to sail in the Mediterranean with stops in the islands around Greece and the Caribbean, per brochure by Virgin. Number 6 is the Adora, cruise yet to be named. So Adora must be the cruise line. It's 135,000 gross tonnage, 750 million with 5,000 guests. Joint venture between Carnival and Chinese Sovereign Wealth Fund China Investment Corp announced in November it would be launching the new cruise in 2023. Which is yet to be named. It's expected to sail along the ancient maritime Silk Road, according to Chinese state media. So that sounds like it's a Chinese ship. The Norwegian Viva. Look at that one. That looks nice. Nice color scheme on the outside and everything. It's coming out this summer. 140,000 gross tons. $850 million price tag. Just over 3,200 guests. It's Norwegian's newest cruise ship. Cruise designed with 20 decks, in 5 room categories: the Haven, Club Balcony, Suite, Studio, and Inside. Some of its notable features include an infinity pool, a gaming gallery, and a racetrack. A racetrack? Like race cars? My goodness. Their itinerary ranges from a 7-day sail around Italy, France, and Spain to a 19-day transatlantic sail from Spain to the Dominican Republic. Prices for a 7-day cruise in the Caribbean start at $8.99. Celebrity Ascent. Kind of hard to see in that picture. It looks pretty nice. It's a beautiful picture. It's coming out in the winter of 23. 140, just over 140,000 gross tons. $900 million, so just under $1 billion. Amazing the prices of this stuff. It's crazy. 3,260 guests. 17 decks, 9 room categories, including a villa-style suite. Some of the ship's notable features include a solarium and a spa and fitness center. The cruise has 29 itineraries listed on its official website, ranging from 7-night trips in the Caribbean to a 13-night trip around Portugal and Spain. Prices start from $5.99 for a 7-night cruise. The cruise will begin sailing in 2024. That actually sounds reasonable. $600 for a week. Sounds good to me. MSC Cruise, Euribia. Look at that ship. It's different looking. Expected delivery is in June of this year. 177,000 gross tonnage. $1 billion with just under 5,000 guests. It's one of their line's largest ships. The cruise has 19 decks, 5 room categories: interior, ocean view, balcony, suite, and yacht club. The ship features 5 pools, a water park, and 10 restaurants. They plan their route as a 7-night cruise across northern Europe with stops in Norway and Denmark. The cruise is currently expected to sail in June. Carnival Jubilee. Look at that one. It's in the dry dock, getting built. Coming out in the last quarter of 23, 183,900 gross tonnage, $950 million, 5,400 guests. Carnival's Jubilee is designed with 19 decks that stand to be staffed by 1,735 crew members. There are 4 room categories, including interior, ocean view, balcony, and suite, which is pretty much what most of the carnivals have. The cruise's planned route is 7-day sail in the Western Caribbean, which stops in Honduras and Mexico. Prices for the cruise start at $559. And then the number one, the big one, is the one we saw earlier. That's the Icon of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's big one. It's coming out this winter. 800,000 gross tons. At a construction cost of $1.8 billion. Look at the size of that thing. It's huge. 5,610 guests. Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas is expected to become the world's largest cruise ship by gross tonnage. The cruise is designed with 20 decks, and it stands to be manned by 2,350 crew members. Some of the cruise's most notable features include a suspended infinity pool and a waterfall. The cruise's planned routes including 7-night sail in the Eastern Caribbean, which includes stops in Mexico, St. Martin, and the Bahamas. Cruise is expected to begin sailing in August. So there you have it. Those are the top 8 new cruise ships coming out this year. So Anybody looking to cruise on some of those new ones, they look pretty good to me. That Icon of the Seas, man. I need to go on a Royal Caribbean cruise because Carnival's the only ones I've been on. So I need to expand my cruising horizons and check them out. For any of the mods that are in right now, including John and Nancy, James, Kenny, anybody else that we have, go ahead and share up your put your links in the chat. And if you want to put anybody else, I know Kenny's been doing it already, but you put the song in there, moving on song, right on. If you want to add anybody else,
if you want to play it on here, I even shared it in the YouTube or in the messenger. On your messenger.
Oh, you did? Okay. In the private chat?
Yeah. No, in your Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
An option down there at the top of your screen where it says share screen.
Yep.
And I was going to show the people that I was talking about. The name of the song I was talking about.
We're going to find it, Kenny. That is not it. Hold on.
Yeah, it's in your Facebook Messengers where it's at.
All right, let me pull it up because I pulled up the wrong Facebook thing. There it is. Oh, that's Merle Haggard. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the one that did the song.
VP of a ketchup company, about to use Greg.
Good song. BJ and the bear? Didn't they drive a truck too? The guy with the monkey?
Yeah.
Here we go, Kenny. I remember that came out right around the same time, like Smokey and the Bandit and all those other movies.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Dad? Smokey and the Bandit? I love that movie.
The Bandit, yeah. But yeah, that was a song.
That was by Jerry Reed.
That was by Jerry Reed, he said.
Yep, Jerry Reed. So there's a guy, right? Especially me being a musician. He is one of the most underrated guitar players on the planet, Jerry Reed. You have to look him up on, if anybody wants to see, because, you used to seeing him in like Smokey and the Bandit driving the truck and all that. But if you want to see him as a guitar player, just go to some YouTube videos and look up Jerry Reed. The guy was a fantastic, unbelievable guitar player and songwriter for that matter, but boy, could he play guitar. And another one, too, if anyone's interested in guitar players, is Mr. Glenn Campbell. That guy he's passed now, but he was one of the greatest guitar players ever to hit the planet, and not a lot of people knew that. They know his Rhinestone Cowboy songs and Wichita Lineman and those, but you got to see him as a guitar player. And in the 60s, he was a group of studio musicians that played on just about every major song that came out of the 60s. Glenn Campbell was a guitar player. So it's, I think the name of the group, they called them the Wrecking Crew. And Glenn Campbell was part of the Wrecking Crew. And yeah, you're right.
I was just about ready to say Roy Clark from Hee Haw Show can play.
Yep, there's another one too. Roy Clark could probably play just about anything with strings on it too. Those three guys that I mentioned, Jerry Reed, Glenn Campbell, and Roy Clark, are three heroes of mine for sure. Definitely musical guitar playing icons.
And Chet Atkins used to be a good.
Chet Atkins. Yeah, see, we could sit here all day, right, and pull them out. Chet Atkins, another great. I remember watching the Chet Atkins show. Had his own TV show. And like you said, Kenny, Roy was on Hee Haw. Jerry Reed, he was on everything. I'm sure he was on Hee Haw, but as a guest. And Glenn Campbell as well. Good stuff.
Glenn Campbell was on the Hee Haw show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he was on as a guest, right?
Who was it? That famous baseball player. Who was it? Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench.
Was Johnny Bench on Hee Haw?
Yeah.
Oh, that one episode.
Having Junior, they broke up.
I wish I could find that episode.
I bet you can if you look it up. You look it up on YouTube's got just about everything out there.
That skit, there was a skit out there where Johnny Bench and Junior Samples used cars so at BR549. They did a skit on the show with that, and Junior asked Johnny if he would teach him some baseball talk. Well, he'd be right in the middle Johnny, he'd be right in the middle of sitting, and he'd just crack up laughing, and he could not. And Junior, he'd be he'd crack up, and I mean it just they laughed for what a good
I don't know, 20 minutes?
a good 20 minutes. I mean they just and he never would get through the whole. He never would get through the whole skit. I mean, he just crack up right in the middle of it.
Eddie says, he goes, I have no idea who y'all talking about. He grew up on Rush, Boston, and the Police. So I'm gonna switch gears because I'm gonna jump into Eddie's into his box right now. I grew up on Rush, Boston, and the Police as well, my friend. Rush was one of the first groups as a young lad when I was in middle school. I think 1976 or 7 was the first time I heard them. I heard Farewell to King's album, and I was like, who the He double is that? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was like if Kenny's eating food and it's tongue slapping his brain, that was like my tongue slapping my ears. Hearing Geddy Lee on bass, he inspired me to become a bass player. And among others, of course, but there was no other trio like Rush. And there were 2 trios I know of that came out of Canada, one being Rush and one being Triumph, which was another great band. I could sit here and talk with you, Eddie. We got to get together, man. We'll talk some music. Of course, Boston, they were being right down the street. Here, I'll give you my Boston story. So I was early in the fire service, probably 1986, 87-ish, 87. And we get called out to go. I was on the ambulance. We get called out to go to someone's house. We go in the house, and I walk in, and I start seeing gold records on the walls and this big grand piano and everything. And this beautiful blonde woman's out there, and she's like, oh, come in here. It's my husband. And it was Brad Delp, the singer from Boston, was our patient. And I was like starstruck. I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm trying to be professional, you know. What seems to be the problem, sir? And inside, I'm jumping for joy. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm treating Brad Delp. Can't believe this is even happening. So that's my Boston story. And the Police, got to see, all 3 bands. I saw all 3 of them live. So, yeah, Eddie, we'll have to get together sometime. We'll talk bands. Because, like I said, I could sit here all night and talk music. Like I said, if you haven't seen, you can see the guitars behind me. And then if we keep scrolling that way, I got guitars on the wall over there. And yes, I do play them all. And that's just a little bit because the cases that are right over there are full of guitars too. So it's what I do. Anyway, it's let's see, it's 7:15. I think I'm gonna call it, Kenny. What do you think? I think I'm good. We're gonna call it a night. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Thank you to Kenny and his dad for hanging out with us too, and the rest of you guys in the chat. I really appreciate it. One last thing, if you haven't hit the like button, please do that before we go. But I appreciate you for coming in. Tomorrow morning, catch us for Thursday morning, our Thursday morning live stream tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are awake, come and hang out with me. Have coffee. It'll be a Thursday Cup of Joe edition of the Astute Tourist Live with yours truly, Jimmy. And we'd appreciate it. I hope to see you guys tomorrow morning. Don't forget PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. PMA will definitely save your day. Believe me when I tell you that I'm living proof that it works, because it really does. Positivity will draw positive energy in and push that negative energy out, and it'll make you have a fantastic day. Don't forget to pay it forward to someone else. Make a difference in someone's day. Smile at them, say hi, buy them a coffee, shake their hand, give them a hug if they're so inclined. Pass some of that positivity on to someone else. We never know what somebody's going through in their day and what they're having. I say everybody has a story, right? And sometimes those stories aren't very good. So we can make somebody's day just by looking at them and telling them, hey, have a good day, or it's good to see you, nice smile. I know when I see somebody I don't know and they smile at me, it really helps me get through my day. And it sounds goofy, but it is not. Don't forget, look behind me there. We got that beautiful big red, white, and blue flag behind me. I celebrate that every day. Look at my shirt. We the people. Right there. I'm all about being a patriot, American patriot, and celebrating my flag, that old glory back there, red, white, and blue. A lot of people have put their lives and their safety to protect that flag and to protect our freedoms and our safety. So think about those that are in harm's way as well, our first responders, our servicemen and women that are here at home, domestic and abroad, because they're out there right now protecting us. So respect our flag and respect them as well. So I guess that's my spiel for now. I hope to see you guys all tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Kenny, thank you, buddy. Any last words?
And great show, by the way.
Thank you, thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
The reason why I haven't been around in the mornings is because I've been asleep, been counting Z's at that time of the morning.
Come on, Kenny. That's not like you. I remember you being up like all night. Now you got to sleep.
Yeah, lately I've not been going to bed before 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning usually.
That's fine, brother. You sleep. Don't you worry about it. But if you are up and you're not sleeping at that time, you're always welcome. You know that. You're always my co-host on here when you're ready. So no big deal. And for anybody else that wants to come up on the panel anytime during our lives, it's always a welcome treat to have you come up. So I guess that's going to be it for Kenny and his dad. And for myself, my name is Jimmy. I want to wish you guys all a good evening tonight. Have a good sleep when you can. And here's looking at you. So I guess for now, I want to wish everybody peace and love from deep down in my heart. Love you guys, and I appreciate you all. Have a good night.